Hey everyone, Blues Meteor here, and I just want to get a few things off my chest. There's been a lot of hype, a lot of things are going on in the last couple of weeks, and I just want to let you know my take on what's going on recently with Nintendo Switch 2. So, recently I got my hands on one. I actually got one. I went to the midnight launch, and it was a fantastic experience. There was a lot of people waiting, a lot of hype, a lot of discussions. People were really kind of like engaged in what was going on. So, with this latest hype machine, we've been so like involved in what's going on because it's everywhere. Like, if you've been anywhere near the internet lately, you've probably seen all the drama. You've probably seen all the hype, all the kind of advertisements for it. People are shouting about consumer rights, and boycotts or ownership issues, and there's a whole lot of anger in a lot of areas. Anger towards people that just own a Nintendo Switch, anger to like, why would you do this, like, kind of thing. Like, I don't get the point, I don't see the value. That's what's really going on. That's the kind of gist of what is happening right now. And I've even had people come into my chat and kind of complain or put their point across, and their opinions and views are valid. That's okay, it's fine. But the problem is, why does this drum up so much anger without actually having any middle ground or any points of where we're looking at or where we're going? You know what? I get it. Honestly, like, I do get it. People are mad, and some of the complaints are totally valid. But here's my take. It's a little different from the usual noise you hear. So stick around, and I'll explain why. Switch 2 launch has been very loud. You've got folks calling for boycott, saying don't support Nintendo. That's been going on for years. People have always shouted don't support Nintendo because of like the prices don't go down. There's a lot of issues that I'm not going to get into, but there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of complaints. And the one main one is about complaining that we don't actually own our digital games. And it's not just Nintendo. Like, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam are all big players, and they do similar things where there's all digital downloads or the game's not on the disc. This stuff hits a nerve because at the heart of it, we want control of what we buy. Like, we buy something physical, we own it, we have it, we can hold it. That's it. But we want fairness, and we want what feels like fairness is being taken away. It's frustrating. So, here's where I get personal. I don't disagree with these comments or complaints. I respect the importance of consumer rights, but for me, gaming has always been more than that. It's about fun. It's about escape, connection, and joy. Sometimes focusing on only the negatives, the licenses, the DRM, the restrictions, makes me forget why I game in the first place. I want to play games that makes me laugh, that help me unwind after a long day, that connect me with my friends. So, let's talk about it. Talk about ownership. The truth is, with ownership, digital games, we don't really own them like we used to. Physical copies, we just don't have a physical media that is digital. Like, it's just all digital. Think of it like this. There's less permanent possession and more like a license to use the software. Something that can be revoked or restricted. If you want, you can think of it like a variable in code. It can change or even disappear. But the experience, the time you spend, the memories you make, that stays with you. That doesn't go anywhere. It's a shift, no doubt, and it can be uncomfortable, but many of us have adapted to it because the value comes from what the games do for us, not the legal fine print. Now here's where I want to get real about outrage culture. The internet loves a good call to boycott. A viral rant, a pile on, and I'm sure some of it is necessary. But sometimes it gets exhausting. It feels like there's a constant negativity that takes away from the simple fact that games are supposed to be fun. And yeah, sometimes the industry throws a blue shell at you. You know, that's frustrating. It hits and it stings. When you're about to win, it's even worse. But even then, I'm gonna keep playing. It's just one of those things, you know? You can be mad about it, but you don't have to let it ruin the whole game. I think it's possible to be mindful and critical without losing sight of why you play games in the first place. I don't think it's reasonable to go after people as well who just want enjoyment. I've had some people do, like, make it a mission to actually say, this is wrong, I want to speak loud about it. I want to use your chat and speak loud about it. The problem is that takes away from what we're trying to do. We're trying to have fun, trying to be mindful, trying to be kind, trying to build a nice environment where people can actually just be themselves. So, to wrap this up, yes, consumer rights do matter. The criticism is important, but don't forget the core of gaming, which is fun, connection, and relaxation. Relationship may be complicated now, but the experience we have are real and valuable. We hold them close to us and we'll remember. I'd love to hear from you and hear your experiences. Or have you been torn by this? Do you feel like there's that conflict? Have you gone out and got a Switch 2? Or have you gone the opposite way? Have you avoided getting a Switch 2 because of what's going on? I just want to enjoy my games without the guilt. Drop a comment below and we can chat. If you're into these kinds of honest, like, grounded gaming conversations, consider subscribing. It's like the first time I've tried to do this. Try to do a little bit scripted. And yeah, thanks for listening. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.